So now what we're going to do is, for Thinking with Math Models, Investigation 2, additional practice. This is the skill of writing equations for lines, page 18 of the packet. And all we have is these 2 points. And these are kind of a little bit more challenging points to work with. Neither of them is the y-intercept. So we have to work all the way through this one from the slope. We need 2 things. We need a slope, and we need a y-intercept, because we know that y equals the slope times x plus the y-intercept. So we need this part, which is the slope, and this part, which is the y-intercept. So finding slope, we just need to look at the change in y compared to the change in x. So we have an x and a y, an x and a y. These are points on a grid. If we were to graph them, we would go over 8 up 11 to find a point. We go over 6 and up 16 to find a point. So if you look at the change in y first, because that's the rise, it goes, looks like it goes up 5. So this is plus 5. See that there, plus 5. And this change in x is down 2. So really, in some ways, these points are backwards. This point probably is in front of that point because it's 6, and then this is at 8. So this line is going down. Because if you're at 6 and 16, and then you go to 8 and 11, you're actually going down. So it's a negative slope. I know that because we're going down. And the change in y over the change in x, 5 over 2, but it's going down, so that's a negative slope. So there's my slope. So right now I have y equals negative 5 over 2 times x plus the y-intercept, which I don't know right now. But it's not hard to find, because all I need to do is take one of the points that was given, there's an x and there's a y, and substitute them into the equation. If the y is 11, it's equal to negative 5 over 2 times the x, which is 8, plus that sort of mystery number that we're trying to find right now. So we'll keep working this through. So I can multiply this 8 times the fraction. 8 times negative 5, I'm actually going to leave the 11 there, is negative 40 over 2. Again, my mystery number, which I still don't know what that is, but I will very soon. And we're going to continue. So negative 40 divided by 2 is negative 20, so I know that 11 equals negative 20 plus, again, that part that I've been looking for. So how can I get a positive 11 with a negative 20? Well, I have to add a whole bunch over here. In fact, what I have to add is 31. And if you think about it, 20 plus 11 is the 31, so that's kind of how I see it. So I know that 11 equals negative 20 plus 31, because if you take 20 away from 31, you're going to get your 11 back. That was my mystery number I was looking for, the question mark, the b, the y-intercept. So it's a very high y-intercept. Again, if you think about this one, it's going down, so it must start very high. If we're at 8 and 11 and 6 and 16, you think about getting all the way back to 0 is going to be way up at 31. And so now I can write the equation y equals the slope, negative 5 over 2 times x plus the 31. That was the part I was trying to find. After I found the slope, then I worked to find the y-intercept all the way to here, and then I write finally my entire equation with all of those steps. So if you didn't quite understand that, it's probably not a bad idea to rewind this one and go through it again and pay attention to each step. Finding the slope, why is the slope negative? Okay, working through using the slope and a point to find the y-intercept, and then finally writing your last equation.